Hey guys, it's Joe B. This is Poker Vlog 7. I played two more small stakes tournaments in the past week, 2 weeks. So the first one, I got 40th place, which was no money. It was, I played very carefully, actually. A little bit of overfolding, but maintaining a stack. I think we're in, let me think here. I think we're in like 366 or 488 blinds. I've got about 45K in chips, and I'm in the small blind, and it folds around to me, and I've got sixes, six of diamonds, six of spades, and the player in the big had already raised me on a limp with an ace rag, and I knew that he was going to take positional advantage, so I expected the raise, and I decided that this would be a good time to go for it. So I flatted the small, fully expecting a raise, but he didn't. And then it comes king 3-4 with one heart. So I'm pretty sure that my sixes are still good against this player especially. So I check it, and sure enough, he bets 2,000. So then I raise it to 7,000, and he calls. And the turn comes a 5 of hearts. So it's king 3-4-5, and the 3 and the 5 are hearts. And then I shove, and he tanks for a little bit, and then he calls and shows 7-4 of hearts. And the river is a heart. So that was the end. I didn't appreciate him calling with nothing. He doesn't beat anything there. He's absolutely behind in almost 100% of the cases against whatever I've got. So I thought it was a little rude that he made that call. I don't know what he really puts me on there, but it is what it is. So that was the first real big issue. Second one was just last night. Again, played really carefully. Found some good spots, some good positions. Chipped up in a good linear line. It wasn't a lot of big ups and downs. I was making good moves. I mean, I think the only trouble was on the very first hand. I lost like 35% of my stack. I had ace-4 offsuit in second position and a seven-handed on a 1-2-2, so I just made it 6. The blind flatted, and it came ace rag brag, and he checked, and I checked behind, just for pot control. You know, what am I really giving up mostly against anything in the big? On the turn, he fired, I think, like 11, and so I flatted. And in the river, he fired 3, and so I flatted, and he showed ace-10, so I was out-kicked. So that was a real crummy situation. I probably just should have open folded the ace-4, but seven-handed, you know, it could go either way, and I decided to blend that in as part of my raising range. Anyway, it wasn't the biggest mistake. I recovered from it. I chipped back up. Everything was fine. The part where it got to be troublesome was where the blinds were 8, 16, 16. Okay, and I'm in the big, and I haven't played anything. I have just been a rock for the past couple of rounds, just folding, not even really getting involved, maybe calling one raise and folding. And this UTG guy, you know what? Hold on. Is it 8, 16, 16? No, it's 4, 8, 8. Sorry. It's 4, 8, 8 are the blinds, and the UTG guy makes it 16. He makes it 1,600, and I know him to be a very solid player. He's only playing premium hands. He's playing on his phone in between. So he's really not looking to mess around with anybody in questionable situations. So I know he's got a decent hand. And then all of a sudden, seat 1 right behind him makes it like 14,200. And we're all like, what is that? What are you doing? And then I've got Jackson the big, and it's just a tough spot. In these 20-minute round tournaments, I can't let that go. I've got 19,000 in chips, and I've got Jackson the big against those two guys. I'm really worried about what kind of overs are out there. I mean, did he just make it 14 with queens? I don't know, but the range is so narrow that I just got to go with it. And I told the dealer, I'm like, this is a tough spot. And he's like, what? And I'm like, I'm all in. So I go all in. UTG folds, which was nice. And then the other guy's like, what the hell? And he calls off and shows ace-king. And the king flops, and that's the end for me. I didn't really recover from that. I was out. I think I had like 2,200 in chips after that. I doubled up by shoving queen 9. Ace rag called me. I won that flip. I went to 56. And then, like 2 hands later, I'm the big blind. And it folds around to the small, who just open shoves. And I call off with queen jack. And he shows ace 2. And I did not win that flip. So, tough situation. Field was about 200 players. I think I was like 80th place, you know, maybe 70th place. You need to win those flips, and I'm waiting for the day when I can win those. Yeah, I mean my queen 9 won against ace rag. That was a flip win, but the problem is like you have to add those together in cumulative flips. So it's like flipping a coin. How many times can I flip a coin before it ends up the wrong one? So you win the flip, it's 50-50. You know, you statistically add in another one, then it becomes a 25% that you're going to win that one. To win 3 flips, it's 12.5% that you're going to win 3 flips. And you basically have to, and that's if they're flips. Like, what if you get it in bad as like a 60-40 or 70-30? I mean, that just really brings your numbers way down. So that's where I'm at. Just need to start running good. And this has been Poker Vlog 7, and we'll see how things go over the next couple weeks.